Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Oblivion. Yeah, it's been a really long time and I know I say that every single episode and I'm getting kind of annoyed of it too. I think I will be able to start doing more episodes more frequently rather than having like a month or so in between each one. There's a couple of things I need to do before I could do that though, and one is to buy a new hard drive because some of the recording problems that I'm having is that I'm recording the footage to the same hard drive as I'm playing Oblivion off of, and I think because of that it's having some issues. I'm not exactly sure, but it could be that. But I'm no troubleshooter at that kind of stuff. Anyways, let's get to today's episode. I have gotten our Argonian here up to level 14. And in doing this, I've raised strength and endurance to 100, and luck has gotten up to 63. Again, the point of our efficient leveling for right now is to get luck up to 100, and once luck is at 100, everything else will subsequently be 100 with it, the way we're doing things. Next up is willpower and intelligence, and the two skills we're going to be, I'm going to show off today are going to be destruction as our major skill and mysticism as the minor skill. I've been raising 2 at a time. I know in the first video I showed you I raised 4 at a time and then 5 points in each one of the 4, but I've been raising 2 at a time, doing 10 in each. It's really up to you if you want to micromanage that much. I like I like 2 at a time just because it's a little easier and it's easier to keep yourself in line with what you need to do. So mysticism and destruction are the 2 I'm going to show. Now, the thing about these 2 is that just like with raising any sort of weapon skill, you need to have a valid target to hit. Thankfully, though, because these are spells, the target can be us. Because we can have cast on self spells. Now, if you don't want to go ahead and buy a spell, you can use the base flare that comes with destruction, or if you choose destruction as your primary major attribute, you get cold touch and shocking touch, which are a little bit easier to control because it's not a long range spell. You can get up to something and cast it, and of course we would be casting it on our scamps down here. Where are they? There they are. So you could do that, but we're going to be getting some cast on self spells, and for those of you that have the either Frostcrag Spire or the Arcane, or have completed the Mages Guild quest and gotten to the Arcane University, we're going to be using a spell making altar to create a custom spell that's very simple and very easy to just cast on yourself over and over and over, that has a very low spell cost and casts very quickly. In other words, it has a very short duration. If you don't have that, you can buy the lowest level spell in each of the categories, and it should have the lowest duration and all of that to use, but it is a little bit more annoying because you have to wait for either the effect to wear off or deal with a higher costing cast, because they do cost more than a very, very short spell. I mean, like, if you look at Flare here, it's 9, which isn't a lot, but what if we can have something that's 3, you know? We get 3 more for every 1 Flare that we could have done. But I'll get into that in a couple of minutes. Like I said, we're going to be raising Mysticism and Destruction. Each of those are going to go up 10 points. And those will be raising the Intelligence and Willpower along with Luck once we get back to the bed here. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and buy some spells. I will meet you in the Imperial City in the Market District for our first spell. See you guys then. So here we are at the Mystic Emporium in the Market District. It's in the northwestmost corner. We want to go in here and buy a spell. Oh, god damn it, it's locked. Okay, so we're just going to wait for, for it to open back up. I'll wait a few hours. I got a couple of things to talk about anyway. This episode is in 720p now. I know I was going to do high definition, but my computer has problems with recording in 1080. Lag. Whoa. Why is there lag on the screen? I have no idea. Things are loading, I guess. But my computer has some serious problems with loading in 720p. Well, yeah, serious problems in doing 1080p recording. I'm not sure why. I haven't really been able to figure it out. I don't know, maybe it's just not strong enough and I need to upgrade my computer, but I have no money for that, so I'm not even gonna bother.
What is it? What's going on
Things should
with you?
load faster.
I've heard that the great houses of Morrowind are
The guy we need to talk to is Calendil right
in
here.
ruins.
This
Red
place,
Ruins is
actually,
besieged
Mystic
by the lords
Emporium
of
might be a
Skyrim.
little bugged if you have Frostcrag
Morrowind
Spire
has
installed,
always been
in
a
that
troubled
the
place. Hiding,
door
it seems. It is
might
more so
always
now.
be locked.
Farewell.
If it is, then you can either install the unofficial DLC patch. Well, it's a mod, but it's a patch for all of the unofficial for the official DLC, and it'll fix that. Or if you're like on the Xbox or something, you can get these spells that I'm gonna buy elsewhere. But what we want to get
A pleasure.
from Calendil, so we want to go over to buy spells.
What can I interest you in?
And we want to get a few that we can turn into spells that we can cast on ourselves. Minor Life Detection would be one of them. That's our Mysticism spell. And Weakness to Fire. That's going to be our Destruction spell.
Thank you.
We don't care what he says.
Good day.
With those two spells, we're going to create some weaker spells that are a lot easier for us to cast. I'm not sure if Weakness to Fire is a novice destruction spell if you don't have destruction as one of your majors, but if it's not, then there's one guy in Bruma who has access to a novice level destruction spell. The mysticism spell we picked up is definitely novice, the minor life detection. There's a guy in Bruma, I forget his name, he's the Altimer in the Mages Guild there, and you can get it from him before you do the Bruma recommendation quest. Right now, we're going to head over to Frostcrag Spire and get to the spell-making altar. If you don't have Frostcrag Spire installed, then you're going to need to do enough of the Mages Guild quest to get access to the Arcane University. I forget if you have to complete it and become Headmaster, or if it's just when you gain access to it that you gain access to a spell-making altar. It's one of the two. I don't know. I'll put a little thing right here in the bottom so you guys can read my fix to the mess up. So we're gonna travel to Frostcrag Spire. I will meet you guys there behind the spell making altar, so we don't spoil any Frostcrag Spire for you guys. I want to make a specific episode that deals solely with it and the things that you can get inside of it. So I will be back with you guys right behind the altar. So here we are at the altar of spell making. What we're going to do here is, well, one, install the mage tallow candles. You do need to buy something during the Frostcrag Spire quest to get the altar of spellmaking working. Here in the Arcane University, it's all set up and ready to go, so you don't need to worry about that. But we're going to go ahead and activate it, make a new spell, and call this Mysticism Training, and add Detect Life and Effect. We're going to put it at 3 magnitude and 1 duration. It only costs us 3 gold to make, and costs only 1 to cast. So we can cast it, I think, like 180 times before we have to regain any magicka. And we're just gonna go ahead and create this. I'm gonna go back in. And we're gonna go ahead and do another one called Destruction Training. For this, we're going to add Weakness to Fire. Again, duration, area, magnitude, range, self. It has to be on self. Well, it doesn't have to be, but for it to work easily, you can just cast it on yourself over and over and over. And it's a valid target that way. So we're going to go ahead and add that on ourselves. Call it Destruction Training and create. Now that we have these 2 new spells, they'll be in our spell here, Mysticism Training and Destruction Training. And in order to raise our spells now, just take out a weapon of some sort. Or if you have a weapon and a shield equipped, I'm pretty sure pressing block will raise your shield. But just start casting and you should be able to massively cast it. And your mysticism skill will start increasing. I'm going to get to this, and I'll meet you guys back when I'm about to gain a level. Hey guys, so we're almost done leveling Destruction and Mysticism. I've gotten Mysticism up to 25 from 15, so that's 10 points. And we're about to get Destruction to 50 from 40, which will be another 10 points. And Destruction is our major skill, so that'll give us the level up. We're at 49 with 70% done. But I'm here at the bridge in front of the Imperial City because I wanted to tell you that this is where I've been doing most of my training. It's a nice flat area. People don't usually come by. There's the odd occasional traveler or guard that walks across, but very rarely. There's plenty of room to move on and keep yourself preoccupied. And the easiest way to get here is either to fast travel to AA, which is a town right here, or to the Chestnut Handy Stables and just walk down to the bridge. Both of them are great, and this place is also great for training ranged spells. If you decide to use these scamps, what you'll do is here on the walkway there will be some rocks as you're going down. Now obviously you can't train here because they'll just come up and start hitting you, but you can go up here and up onto these rocks, and because of the pathing in this game, these scamps won't follow you up the rocks. They'll just stay down there in that little death pit, as I like to call it, and you can just stand up here and just start casting flare all you want, like that. Sorry for the little bit of lag while I'm casting a spell. Like I said, I don't know what the problem with the lag is. It might actually be a codec error in where the changing of the sound to a combat track messes up with the codec that the recording software uses, but something tells me that's not it. But anyways, we're gonna keep using our destruction training here. But like I said, if you don't have Frostcrag Spire, or you don't want to go ahead and do the Mage's Guild parts, you can just, you know, go ahead and equip the spells we just got and cast them on yourself. But like I said, they've got a much higher duration, and their cost is a hell of a lot more. The same thing with the weakness to fire we just picked up, or weakness to whatever. Well, that one you actually have to cast on other things. But I don't think there is a self-targeting weakness spell now that I think about it. But yeah, you can stand up here and cast it. Now that I think about it, Flare would probably be the better choice because one, it damages them and kills them so that you don't have to stay in combat as long. And this one costs much more to cast, which means less casts per bar of magicka. So yeah, I've just been standing up here and spamming the weakness to fire on yourself. And as you can see, the duration is really small. And actually, my magicka recharges before I even get a chance to do the next one. So we've earned our spell increase right here, and we've earned our level increase, as well as gotten to Journeyman and Destruction. So we're one badass Argonian. You might have noticed that I have my little sword here. Yeah. As I've been going through the levels, I've been going ahead and buying the armor that we need and the newer weapons and all of that, just to stay ahead. And I've also gotten the sigil stones and everything. We're gonna go ahead and go back to Ayleswell to sleep. But, you know, I've been doing things while I've been gone. I'm sorry if you wanted to see the collection process for everything, but know that I'm up to Dwarven heavy armor on the armor side. Well, Dwarven and chainmail, and up to Elven weapons. You guys will get to see me get stuff because I don't think glass armor or Daedric armor or even glass weapons and Daedric weapons are sold in shops, so I'll be able to collect those while I'm playing. And actually, after I get to level 30, which should be, I think, after I finish raising intelligence and willpower, I'll start doing quests because 30 is the level cap for leveled items, and that's the whole reason while I'm waiting and doing the leveling first. After that's all done, I mean, I'm free to do whatever I want, and therefore can actually have more episodes with actual content in them. Isn't it great? Oh man, I actually can't wait for that. Oh man. But yeah, now that we're back inside, we're gonna go ahead and go up and sleep. Another thing that I want to note is that Sure, 10 hours. Why not? When you're doing your blocking leveling, I forgot to mention this, but you should probably block with a weapon once you get the perk for shields not being harmed anymore. Well, even if they are. Actually, I think weapons are always harmed. But that's not the point. You don't want to, you know, keep using a shield or anything. You can always block with a weapon. It's better than your fists. You take less damage when you block with a weapon, too. And it's great. The annoying thing is when you get to the knockback parts, it's much longer to wait for it. So we're going to go ahead and raise willpower and intelligence because those are our +5s. Speed, I think I might have gotten a level up in athletics. And go ahead and raise luck again. And now we're level 15. Half of the way there to our threshold of when we can start doing other parts of the game. What else? I don't think there's anything else for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and get to work on leveling now that I have those 2 spells. Creating the spells works for anything. You can do this for any of the schools of spells and just, you know, train them up to 100 or whatever level you need them at. But yeah, that's basically all that there is in this episode. I'm gonna try and fix the lag problem that I get sometimes when I'm attacking things. It only happens when I initiate combat or attack an enemy, or, you know, it's very, very strange. I'm not sure why it happens. I'm probably gonna get a new hard drive and see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I've been wanting to get a new hard drive just solely for the recording bit on its own because it does take a hell of a lot of space, and I really need to fix that. I also think I'm gonna upgrade my RAM to 8 gigs. That might help, but if not, you know, I'm what, $30 down the drain. That's okay with me. I'm not gonna say it's nothing because my job doesn't pay that well, but still. Yeah. So like I said at the beginning of the episode, also, if I did mention it, we are gonna be in 720p from now on because my computer just can't handle it. If sometime down the future I get another graphics card and put a SLI bridge on it, we might not have any problems anymore. We probably won't have any problems anymore regardless if I do that, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, seeing as my graphics card costs like $250 or something like that, and I just don't have money. If you want to give me money, you can always buy my music. I know some of you guys have seen my music videos popping up, and it's really weird for me to ask money of you guys, so I'm not saying to do it at all. This isn't a call for donations. I will get things working on my own. But if you generally are interested in my music, actually, go ahead and throw me a few bucks so I can keep doing the music thing. That's, you know, what I'm mainly doing. Oh God, Argonian back! Who wants to see those scales? That's weird. Well, I don't know, some of you ladies, you know, got something for the scales? Yeah, look at that. Look at that toned. I'm not gonna go there. No. Oh God, this is going bad. Why am I rambling at the end of the episode? Stop me, please. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that I missed. I think that's it. I think that's it until the next episode, where I'll probably show, I don't know, I've showed the spells. Maybe I'll show some other leveling, or maybe we'll be at the point where I can stop leveling and just get on with the game. Who knows? Whatever happens next. I'll see you guys then. You guys have been a great audience. Can't wait to do more, and can't wait to get back on YouTube again. See you guys then. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that crap.